YouTube, the Blind Wizard here, and there's no need for an introduction. We're going right on into that next episode of DanDaDan Season 2. Last we left off, Okaru put a whooping on the evil eye, good for him. He didn't want to because it's the body of Jiji and, he's like, it's my friend. Maybe the evil eye will change, who knows. And Momo set fire to the house. Then the worm came up from the ground, committed suicide, spitted out everyone that was not killed when it ate them, and the real great serpent is coming. Like I said in the previous episode, I think this is the perfect time for Seiko to come. She is desperately needed. We need help. And by help, I mean anyone not named Aira. So in any case, next time you see me will be that post-episode discussion. And abracadabra, alakazam. Okay, post-episode discussion time. Whoa! Oh my goodness. What an episode, man. That was the most DanDaDan way to end an arc possible. And when I say that, I'm referring, of course, to the two ways I've described in the episode itself, the ways that I feel DanDaDan ends its arcs. There are two ways. It either ends arcs very somber and emotionally, like with Turbo Granny's introduction arc and the crab, and Acrobat Silky. Those final episodes for those arcs were very sad and emotional and somber. But the other way the arcs in this series end is like the end of the Nessie stuff. The episode was just, everyone else thought it was a giant misunderstanding for something that wasn't even happening. People misunderstood the situation, and the characters kind of bonded over the fight that they had to take part in, and it was kind of just funny. And so that's the other way DanDaDan can be. It can be goofy, wacky, random, out of nowhere, and that's just a part of its charm. I also made the comparison in the episode itself that it feels like Undead Unluck in terms of how random it can be, but I then also went on to say it's not going to top Undead Unluck for its random factor. Of course not. That series is the king of being random because that's how luck works, or rather, unluck. Now, of course, I can't really speak on that series because I didn't cover that series. The boss did, and the ref is going to cover it moving forward. I mean, I think everyone has seen the tribute video that the boss took months to edit that is on the channel. Unless you're in a region where it's not able to be seen, and I'm not about to make changes to it now because that took months. I am deeply sorry if you are in a part of the world that cannot see that video. But, I mean, if you want me to put it on the Patreon directly, I'm able to do that. I can just put it on the Patreon. So if you people think I should move the Undead Unluck video, or, well, not me. What am I saying? Ugh. Not me. But, I mean, the comment section is the comment section. I'm sure the boss will be looking at that. So you go down there and let him know if he should move the Undead Unluck video to the Patreon in case there are people that can't see the video. But back to the episode. So what I meant earlier about the way DanDaDan ends its arcs, if this is the last episode of the arc, covering the evil eye, Jiji, the worm, and the volcano, then this was a very fun way to end because I said in the episode, we need help, we need backup. Who do we know that we could call to get help? What about Seiko? What about Aira? And I was being desperate by saying Aira because I'm still not a fan of her Or what about the boxing alien from the last season? And I was just spitballing because he's the only other guy I could think of that was an ally of ours. And what ends up happening in the episode? Seiko's disciple shows up, her apprentice, who was the guy from earlier this very season. The boxing alien actually came back. I need to learn his name. I need to get better with names. But out of nowhere, he showed up and I was like, what? I called that in the episode. You people have to believe me. I'm the blind wizard. I know what I said at the beginning of the season when it came to Jiji and one character in terms of being in this season. But that's all I knew. I had no idea that the boxing alien and his son were going to appear here. It didn't feel like a place for that. And Taro, the anatomical spirit from the school? How did he even get here? And last of all, Seiko. Like I was saying for 2 episodes now, we needed her help. I'm sure next episode is probably going to explain how all of those characters came together to even get to that town in the first place. But man, oh man, once those characters started showing up to deal with Jiji, I was just at a loss for words. There's nothing else to say. This episode was just fun. And you know what? I'm actually kind of grateful that it turned out good for me by waiting an extra week. Because imagine if I didn't have to wait a week. I would have had to wait a week for that cliffhanger from the last episode rather than just a couple minutes. And it was worth it for this episode. That was so good. And that moment with Momo thinking that Okuru may have died, and like her feelings were like, I said I was going to save him and I didn't go back. I hope he's okay. And that could lean into the direction of, I like him. I don't want him to die. And then when Okuru gets close to Momo after he is pulled from the lava, as well as Turbo Granny, they have this moment, and you think it's going to be a case where he has to apologize for like tripping and falling into her chest and that whole position, and you think stereotypical shonen, girl would push away and hit the boy. Which I'm so grateful DanDaDan does not do. I'm so grateful the series doesn't do that. I hate that cliche like you wouldn't believe. Whew, she goes in and says, no, I'm sorry, Okuru, and they have a tender moment. What more could you want? The Momo-kun stuff just keeps coming. I am still waiting for the day that we get just those 3 words to either of them. I love you. I'm over here waiting for that day to come. I hope it does. Their chemistry is amazing. The last thing I will mention about this episode was I didn't expect the alien's son to just be singing a song. It didn't match the subtitles at all, of course. It was probably improv. It was fun. A fun little diddle. Diddle? No. A fun little ditty. A little tune. A fun little tune. A fun little song. He was just vibing with the moment. I could tell. That was fun. Wow. Okay, I am more than ready to just get right into what comes after this at this point. This arc is finally over. Not that I was waiting for it to get finished, but we're finally going to be entering new territory now. So this will be fun. So in any case, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend. Make sure to join the Patreon. And of course, keep your notifications on, because as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.